I thought I'd dig out my old ASUS G73S gaming laptop. Came out in 2011. It's got an i7 630QM at 2 gigahertz, 4 cores, 8 threads, 8 gigabytes RAM, a GTX 460M, and 1.5 gigabytes. We're gonna try playing Fortnite on Epic, see what kind of frames per second we get, if it's even playable or watchable for that matter. We're using MSI Afterburner in the top left corner to show you stats on frame rates, on how much GPU and CPU are being used, and Epic here even in the loading screen doesn't really work. So we'll try medium and see what kind of gameplay we can expect and see what kind of experience we can expect. I mean, this computer's old compared to today's standards. You know, video card wise, it's generations old. And let's see how it goes. So this is on 1080p medium. If you notice, it's a little stuttery. This is not because of the recording. I'm recording on a separate laptop through a capture card that captures at up to 60 frames a second. So it's not because of me trying to record on this computer. So if you notice on medium settings here with 100% 3D textures, it looks good. It just doesn't quite play good. So we'll crank it down to low here. Same thing, we'll keep 100% 3D resolution on, just to keep the graphics looking good. And we'll try it out here and see if it's a little more playable. So if you notice, the frame rates bounce all over the place. To the point where it's not necessarily like it might be okay if a kid was using it to play, like it works, but it's not the smoothest experience, and certainly not if you're looking to have any kind of competitive play or actually try and win. This really won't cut it even at medium. Like it works, but it doesn't. It's an experience anyway. Like I don't know how to explain it. Like, I mean, I guess I'm used to playing on a higher end machine where we don't have stutters and we get a constant, you know, 70 or 80 frames a second, even on my old laptop or my current gaming laptop. But this really comes into play, the frame rate problem on when you're actually fighting people. If you notice, I shoot, I aim, I shoot, I miss, because technically the person's already moved. So what we're gonna do is try it here on performance mode and see if that makes any difference. So this is an alpha, and what it does is it basically cranks down the settings to give you the best possible frame rate. Like, we're kind of aiming at the 30 to 60 FPS mark. If you notice, the textures and the rendering of the scene here isn't quite correct. Like, this should be a gas station with a second floor, and it looks like a blob. So it's not perfect. Even this building on the left, look, it finally rendered out, but it gives you better frame rates, so maybe you're more likely to do okay. But this hardware is really old, and it still doesn't quite handle the game properly. Like, here I'm trying to drive this truck here, and if you notice, I actually moved forward even though it didn't show up. There's weird visual glitches. Like, look, looks like there's something see-through underneath the pavement. But in terms of combat here, it's the best experience you can get. It's not great, like, it's still stuttery, and in terms of actually hitting shots, it was a little more challenging just because the computer wasn't as responsive, and you're dealing with people moving, you know, or being rendered out after what you've seen is gone. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any comments or questions regarding playing on a device that's old, leave them in the comment section below, and otherwise, thank you for watching. We'll catch you in the next video.